Hey guys, sorry, I'm just gonna do another quick video. Basically into crafting. I did one before, but I know I said a few things wrong, so I'd like to remake it and correct it. Um, Now I'm just gonna start with the first thing which you should all do when you push V and you open up your chapter of Arcane. But you'll open up and you'll come to this screen first. Click on this tab, the blue one on the left. Um, Now as you level your crafting level, you'll be earning these knowledge points, right? Each one of these you upgrade will cost you a certain amount of knowledge points, and obviously becoming more expensive as you progress. Um, just remember, you cannot go with more than one of these lines because you will not reach the end. You will not have enough points to finish it. So make sure that you are very adamant on which one you want to focus on if you want to mine herbs, if you want to mine rocks or chop trees. So make sure that you are adamant on which one of those three that you want to be dedicated to, because later on, as you progress, you will definitely need to focus on one row because you can't level them all. So ignore how this looks because it's wrong. It's just me being a dick, not understanding what I'm doing and thinking that this will make and help. But again, so I'll go through the most important ones. If you start off at this one here, it allows you to get your storage. So you'll have a quest on the start, and it'll take you to this screen, and you'll be like, oh, cool, this screen. Most of you will skip it and miss it, but this is inventory storage, so you'll get this. Then you've got the next one that allow you to have an apparel pack, which if I push B and open apparel, I've got some of my costumes. Saves you some space. You can basically click and drag all of your costumes inside there, which I think is awesome. I believe I have one, so click and drag that. There you go, another one. Um, Again, so you've got this one, allows you to sell items when you need to. Sorry, allows you to sell items as well as designate the items you need and buy them from passing players. This allows you to set up a stall, which is those little mushrooms over there. As you can see, player stall, player stall. Now here you'll see is increases the number of slayable dungeon monsters by 50. Now if I push U, this is your number of daily slayable monsters. Now remember, only 180 of those kills reset per day, so do not sit there and be like, oh, why did the rest of them not reset? They didn't, they won't. You only get 180 reset a day. And here we go, the next row. It decreases physique and intellect recovery by 30 seconds. The starting recovery period is 360 seconds. The next one is our 80 monsters. I believe it doesn't stack, I believe it's gone from 50 to 80, so it's an extra 30. But don't quote me on that, maybe I'm wrong. I've never really took notice, I just rushed this line as quick as possible. This one allows you to have an extra 50 friends. Hey, how about that? This one is a mobile mail, so you can send a mail from anywhere in the map. This one is mobile auction, so you can list and purchase anything in the auction from anywhere in the map. You do not need to be that person that has to run to the other side of the map just to access the fucking auction. Thank God. Although it is bugged in CBT. Hopefully we'll get it fixed for ABT. You can send mails via mail and ask for a designated fee. So you could ask for fee, send mails to people. I haven't done it, so maybe you could try it, but it didn't work in CBT2, so I never bothered. Here you've got mobile materials inventory, another one, mobile inventory expansion, and this allows you to have same-sex kissing. I'd highly suggest this row. You don't need to get same-sex kissing, but some of this stuff here is really useful because having your own resource tab is pretty fucking awesome, right? I can put bags in here and increase it as well. So, and I will in OBT. So you can click on this and use some of these and expand your bags and that. Hell yeah, sounds exciting, right? So yeah, definitely worth it because backspace is something that you will struggle with, and this is something that helps you with that. But yeah, like I say, each of these lines benefit this specific line of crafting. So this is gathering from herbs and bushes and stuff and flowers. Some will let you learn recipes, some will let you craft things like these. Some will give you extra points towards something. You know, as you can see here, it's all pretty decent. If I really wanted to, I could start chucking in points on wood. So yeah, barbecue here to give you more XP. So each thing gives you a bunch of stuff. I mean, I'm just going to throw mine away because I've got a bunch of points to waste. Why not? I could probably read what I'm unlocking, but hey ho. But a lot of it you just need to pay focus of and actually look at what you're learning. Um, sometimes you've got to learn something else before you can get it. So, like I say, it's always good making sure you focus on the line that you want to, the line that you are interested in. As you can see, some of these buffs are pretty decent. Additional healing by 75. So for me, I'd probably go for this line because this is fish stuff. Delicacy is based a bit more on fish, hence it's called Seared Squid. So, start learning this line and chucking all my points in here. There's another one, level 50, physical defense break by 100. Hell yeah, sounds hot. Magic defense by 100, cool. And you keep working along the line. This is still under woodwork as well. Yeah, medical wire. So parry by 150. And you work along this line and take the things that you want to get. So again, you learn this recipe for free. This is pretty cool. So I could craft myself the upgraded version of this. Hell yeah, sounds cool. Yeah, like I said, it's definitely worth focusing on one line that you know that you're going to focus on. So again, you can click on this and see as you learn and spend all your knowledge points and waste them away. I can craft myself kebabs. I don't need to buy them at the shop anymore. Hell yes. What's that? You can eat 3 bowls of noodle per day, so it adds 8 physique. Cool. You can have 3 per day. Sounds fun, right? Level 60 buff. Okay, so now we're getting to the interesting things. Now the question is, can I make some of these? Because the idea is I want to show you guys as I make them. Okay, so let's try and make this crit buff. Let's hope that we've got enough. So I know it's going to be under cooking. I know it's going to be under delicacy. I hope it is. So I need beer. I have that recipe, and I could actually make it. So all I need is to buy wheat. If you don't know where beer is, it's a recipe I got dropped from Desert Shrine. So I need 5 wheat, which I can buy 5 of. So if I go to this and I quickly just take a note, I need 5. So technically I need 20 wheat to make 4 beer. So if I go to here, is wheat here? No, it is not. Right, so what I do is, I sit here and I think, how am I going to get wheat, where is this? Probably a castle of it. The Volapine Favour Shop. Okay, so if I need to go to the Volapine Favour Shop, I click on Factions, and I click on, I believe it's Zopine, no it's not, which one is it? What a daft prick, here, great example I'm setting guys, here we go. So Volapine there, and I've got the products, and I need wheat. There we go. Yes, do not question the logic of this Chinese players that it takes wheat to make beer, alright? But anyway, once you found it, you go to Merchant, okay? And I will slowly autopath to the closest one. It's going to take me to the big city in the centre of the map where there is a bunch of reputation vendors all next to each other, and I don't really need to do anything. So here we go. I'm just going to autopath there. As I'm autopathing there, I'll quickly explain. If you guys need favour or honour, so you can earn silver cards, do these quests, do the faction quests. They'll earn you reputation towards it, and you can unlock it. So, as we know, I need 20 wheat. It's going to cost me 4,000 refill. That's a bit of money, sure it is. Alright, so let's buy another 20, yeah? Just why not? Why not? Let's make 2. So now we know that I've got enough to make beer. I can go to cooking, I can go to woodwork, and I can craft myself 8 beers. So now I simply just wait, burn away all of my, as you see, here it will tell you how much physique and intellect you use for each one. Your points will go up on this one here, and also on your craft here. You'll see your number go up 19.1, 19.9. So as you can see, crafting stuff increases your experience as well as gathering stuff. But just remember, this sort of stuff costs a lot. You will drain your physique and intellect within seconds. So as you can see, I'm already down to 170. Okay, so now I've made myself some beer, and I want to go back to that buff, and I want to go to delicacy, and now I say I need 8 beer. Alright, now I know full well I can't make it, yes. Alright, I'm just trying to show you. So then I need mountain spices, I need pork, so I can go to Acid's favourite shop. So basically you go to, I believe this was in Ismolian, no. Oh, maybe I just don't know. Maybe I'm just retarded. There we go. So you go there, and as you can see, it has the item that you want, chili. And you can go there and basically go and purchase that for this price at these merchants. So you get all the materials that you need. These ones are relatively, they're not too bad to get, right? Problem is, it just costs a bit to make. Now, I need 66 poise, and I also need Cooking Apprentice level 15. I'm not too far from it, to be honest. I could probably do it. But, like I said, if I'd focus more on crafting, I'd be there. So as you can see, if once I get to these points, I'd be able to craft these level 60 buffs. As you can see, my poise is 61, I need 66. My cooking is level 14, so if I leveled up once more, if I got this XP bar to full, I could probably do it. So it's not bad. And it seems to be the same with all the level 20 buffs. I need to get cooking level 15, and I can make it. As you can see, some of these require certain, fish. Some of these require beer. Some of these require fish. So, for example, this one here, sagefish, I've got a lot of. I believe this one here is mudskipper. It can only be caught at 14 meters. So again, it's a lot of it, and it's more or less the same with all the crafting. You just need to read the items and know where to go, right? And people think that crafting's hard. It's not. You learn a lot of your recipes from. Sorry, wrong one. From picking the right line to go along down here. As you can see, I learned a fair bit of recipes. You do get more elsewhere and whatnot, but again, you can see as to how useful it can be. Okay, I can go further along the line. You can see what other awesome things I can unlock. And, it's the same with everything. You've just got to sort of look into it and find out what sort of line you want to go down to. You can't, as much as you, early days you could focus on one line, on multiple lines. Later on, you'll realise that it was a mistake. I personally like wines and fishing, so I'll probably stick to chopping down trees on this line here, because this is more into chopping down trees and crafting liqueur, which benefits on my cooking, which I love cooking, and cooking benefits fishing. So, next part I will show you is how to fish efficiently. Okay, so here we go. Oh, also, I believe it's on this one. Bear with me a second. Okay, so yeah, basically, if let me try and remember where it was again. Ah, here it is. Okay, so if you go to mending here, you will see that you can craft these items, right? And you'll see that they're not cheap, they are expensive, but if they are items that are valuable, these are definitely worth it. You can get compact boards through wood, you can get these, it requires sort of multiple areas of crafting, so you probably just ask your friends to help you out, or just have the basic requirements and sort of slowly work on it, but try not to focus too much on these. Medium grade stone, you can just go and collect 5 at level 5 or 10 wood. Wood gum requires other items in alchemy. Charcoal requires you chopping down wood and creating it via alchemy again. Compact boards is woodwork. So yeah, if you've got friends in your party that can help you with these materials, makes this a lot easier. But again, what I'll do is I'll quickly jump to fishing. Once you've made these components, you'll see what I'm on about. I can sit there and use 6 of these to fully repair my fishing rod, which I will need to do at times. So yeah, definitely pay attention to that because it is definitely useful. Okay, now I will go down to the point of fishing that I've learned. I'm not going to touch on things I don't really know or speculate because I'd rather make sure that I give you guys fishing information. I swear to God, sometimes the sounds in this game freak me the fuck out. I hear random whale sounds and stuff and I can't even see anything. Okay, right, so basically there is a fishing contest every Monday at 8 PM. Well, it actually starts at 12 PM that you can enter. There's a 2 PM one, there's a 4 PM one, there's a 6 PM one, and there's an 8 PM one. Just note, the only one that you're going to get the Cheshire Award from is, there's the whale, the only one you're going to get the Cheshire Award from is the 8 PM one, which can have, if you finish rank 1, you can get 188k Giffel. So definitely worth a check out for that. And that'll be the NPC over there that you talk to. Now, why am I telling you this? Why would you want to be doing a stupid, shitty fishing event? The main reason is these. As you can see on the left here, these items are required to craft the next level fishing rods. Now, it's important to craft these next level fishing rods because they cost these, and catching certain higher level fish require them to be caught at certain meters. As you can see, this fish is caught between 6 and 25 meters. But this fishing rod can go 12 meters. The current basic fishing rod, which it requires you to buy, which you can buy in the shop next to me, does 10 meters. So again, like I said, definitely useful on making sure that you get these fishing rods. Next up, I will sit there and there is fishing hooks, there's floats and that. Again, this is where the repair comes into because you can't just easily buy them unless you partake in the fishing event every week and collect a lot of these. So what I say is definitely, if you are into fishing, understand these sort of little things because they are useful. And the only way you can get these is from partaking in the fishing event. I have not seen anywhere else you can get them. And until I do, that is the only way that I know that you can get them. Now, when I say, oh, right, okay, so fishing rod, it does 10 meters, so, how am I ever going to catch things like a riparian dogfish that requires you to cast at 11 meters? Well, if I'm already casting at a max 10 meters, I'm never going to catch one, am I? No, you're not. That is the actual fact. Sagefish, unless you get a perfect cast at 10 meters, when currently there is only manual fishing, so auto fishing, there's no chance you're going to get a 10 meter cast with a maximum of 10 meters. But I will say, remember, as you can see, these buffs here increases the max casting distance by 1.5 meters. Alright, increases the float sensitivity by 15 meters, increases the float hook effectiveness by 15 meters. And as you can see, they have limits as well, so they are half an hour buffs that you would use while you fish. So think if I'm stacking that with my level 11 fishing rod, I already have 12 meters potential. Add an extra 1.5 meters, I've got 13.5 meters potential. Now you can understand why I've caught all these sagefish and riparian dogfishes and even a rockfish and anglerfish. Yes. Now, yes, with manual fishing, fishing will be much easier. These items won't be as valuable, but honestly, definitely focus on this sort of stuff. If you're going to do fishing, have the buffs ready, have the fishing rod. You know, don't sit there and be a dunce and go out with a level 6 fishing rod trying to catch level 20 fish. It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry, it's not possible. You have to upgrade your fishing rod. But that's basically all there is to fishing. Manual fishing, I can explain when they actually let us manual fishing, but currently you can only auto fish, which is a little bit shit. But I do hope that they fix that. But again, that will come with time. It just depends on how long they want to take to fix it, and I hope that we do have it ready for OBT. Yeah, so that's basically fishing in a nutshell. Exploring, I'm going to do a brief explanation. I've touched on it very little, alright, but I can explain to you the basics so you can understand. Okay. So basically, when you're doing your experience quest, you would have picked up a compass at some point, or any of your curiosity quests or something. I think it's curiosity quests. You would have picked up a compass, and that will be under your. Let me think. That will be under your craft, and if you scroll down, it's exploring. You have a compass. Okay. 1 second. Okay, so basically you'll pick up your compass, and then you see these 3 maps here. All right. Now, when you pick one of these maps and you buy one of them, on the hour, every hour, you can right-click those maps, and it will tell you there is a treasure chest in somewhere nearby. And yes, anyone can catch it, so the first one to get it gets it. And that was part of the exploration. That's the only real bit that I know. So there's Siouxland County, there's Karstad County, and there's Lamp Creek and Snowpine. Right. If you grab those maps and use them on the hour, they will actually take you to places and direct you to places. If you spam F and refresh, it will tell you if you're getting closer or further away. Now, again, I did not explore this. I did it once or twice. I won one, and I got an Argent Floggy Stone. I don't know what else you can get. I believe actually I won 2. I got a Dow Scroll the second time, which is pretty decent. So it's not too bad. Worth having a go. If treasure hunting is your thing, that's what it's like. Pretty interesting. I'd like to know what sort of else there is about it, because it sounds really enjoyable. But again, I've not tried it, so I don't know. Not enough anyway. Okay, so 10. This one here is your gathering. This is your gathering level. Now this will level as you chop down trees, mine wood, or gather herbs. So remember, as you're doing any of these, this is basically your gathering level. Sometimes to gather on certain items, you need a certain gathering level or a certain research in knowledge. Again, at level 9 in anything, you will get a curiosity quest that you need to do before you can progress any further in levels. It will just be a simple thing like you need to get these items, craft this item to pass so you can progress further on your cooking tree. Now, I'm not telling you to focus on anything specific, but if you have a group of 5 friends, I'd suggest you focus on one of these 5 things. You know, between your party members, if one of you have each one covered, crafting becomes a hell of a lot easier because you can communicate between each other. Hey, I need this mat. Ah, cool, I got this. If you got this mat, yeah. And before you know it, you have 5 of you working on one profession, helping each other out. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so again, I will say this is very useful. And as I said, at level 9, when you hit max XP, you will get a curiosity quest come up on this tab that you will need to do before you gain any more levels. Now don't worry, you'll still gain XP, you just won't gain levels. Okay, I'll dive into some of the others. I don't know an awful lot about. Cotton all the cotton stuff and that you seem to get from monsters, I believe. I don't know about how much else of it works, but a lot of it is about crafting armors. I believe this is all, yeah, so you can crafting some gear in that. I don't really know how it works, so I'm not going to go too much into it. But again, like I said, you need to pick I would suggest that you pick a tab between your 5-man stack or party or friends, and work together and just help each other out with materials. Again, each crafting tree has its benefits and their uses. It's dependent on what you're interested in. These ones here have some, weapon stuff. I believe is for use for crafting craftable items, but those item stats are very RNG. They can re-roll to anything. A lot of the tabs in here are just items that you need to get to help craft other items. For example, silver chain. Silver chain here. You need that, and you need them there. So they sort of feed into each other in some terms of materials as you go. These are sort of tools by the looks of it. So yeah, again, if you've got a friend into this forging, you can get them to help you craft your tools, and they can give you bonuses and these stats. They go. Upon equipping, you get more stats between astuteness and erudition. So again, having higher level crafted equipment to put in your craft tree, the more stats you'll get towards certain areas. And obviously, as some of these have requirements to craft. And you get these boards here. So as you can see, there is boards. You can chop down trees and craft these boards. And as you saw, there's quite a few things now and then that do require certain boards. These are, I have no idea what these are. Says to use in creation of handmade equipment. Again, I haven't made them, so I don't want to talk too much about them because I don't know. But again, like I said, it's worth looking into it. There's some things here. I need grand opening. Cool. So you can play a war drum. That actually sounds really fun. I want to play a war drum. Just imagine that, like you sat there at a fort and you're playing a war drum. That'd be so fun. Just to bait people in. Yeah, so again, this part is all siege. If you're running a big guild or a guild that wants to compete in siege wars, you need a couple of people in your guild to be crafting these. You donate them to your guild. You craft these, you donate them to your guild, and then your workers inside your guild base craft them at your siege workshops. So having a few people to craft these, definitely useful, especially if you want to be a competitive guild. Without them, you will definitely notice a difference. More so on gates and turrets and the actual bastion marks than anything else. Some of the others I don't really know what the beneficial treatments are of having a higher grade one. I haven't tested them, so I wouldn't know. But for example, this has 15 mil HP. The next level has double the HP of that. The next level has almost a double the HP of that. But again, they require higher, materials. So again, they're pretty expensive. They're not cheap. So just remember as you're doing these that you need to have a couple of people on it, because it's not something that you could probably manage on your own between a guild. But yeah, definitely something to look at. And then Art of Tea, something I'm a bit more familiar with because I've played with it. A lot of these you can craft yourself potions. Again, as you can see, I could only, if I got to chemistry 15, I could make myself level 50, 60 HP potions. So yeah, it's pretty good if you want to make potions. I mean, hell yeah, fucking be good if I could make mana potions, because I run out of mana all the time. But yeah, anyway, so I do unhide this one's. But yeah, as you can see, this is the way you get crit buffs and another type of buffs that you can use. So if you've got a friend making these buffs, you can split them out and share them between each other. Again, this is one of the items I showed you earlier, wood gun. You need peach syrup. You can go farm trees. There's certain trees on the map for that. If you want to know where they are, the pink trees on the map. They're generally where the peach trees are. You can see them all over the place. Not so much over there, but more so over towards Tulan and the main city. The fish bladders you get from fishing in the cooking tab. You use silver eels, which you get billions of. So yeah, again, they're not too bad to make. You need essences again. You can unhide it and go after essences, and you see you craft higher ones as you go along. But again, you probably learn these recipes through this tab here. If you focus on the right line, it's equivalent. That relates to that. So again, it's also important that you pick the line that complements the tree that you're going for. But yeah, anyway, so I'll go back to this one and I'll hide. Again, this is another material that you need to craft gear. So again, you see the importance. If you wanted to actually craft all the gear, it's good if you have one person in each way. You could technically just help each other out and whatnot. But yeah, this is my experience, what I've tried out, and like I said, I don't know everything about crafting, but I do know a fair bit compared to a lot of people at the moment. Yeah, I said you need this sort of fishing skills to catch these sort of fish more commonly. You don't need to be this specific fishing level to catch it, but it will help you catch it more often. As you see, you can start catching higher fish as you go on. Catch a flower-looking piranha. It's pretty weird. But yeah, there's much more fish than just these because they're not all shown. There is level 50 fish and whatnot as well. Level 40 fish, sorry. Yeah, that's pretty much all I know about crafting. Just remember, everything has a physical and intellect cost to make. Some things are more expensive than others. So just remember that you manage your physique and intellect well, and you don't spread yourself too much between different crafting tables. Yes, you can. I'm not going to tell you that you should, or that you should just solely focus on one thing. If you don't want to, I'm not trying to force you, but I'm just giving you my advice. If you want to be efficient in one tree and make money, then you focus on that one tree and make money. If you split yourself between multiple trees, there's always going to be someone above you that's on that specific craft tree that's selling that specific item. That's because they focus on solely that tree. But as you see, for every level bracket, so you get that at cooking level 10, you get that at cooking level 10, you get that at cooking level 10. You get this at level 10 alchemy, and you get this at level 10 alchemy. So as you can see, as you hit certain levels in certain areas, you'll get little tools that will help you, give you points. They're not huge tools, they won't give you huge amounts of points, but every little helps. Yeah, and I'd say again, make sure that you're always paying attention because you will be buying a lot of stuff from these factions quite frequently. So if you are very adamant into crafting, I would highly suggest that you do some of these faction quests if you find yourself buying from them frequently. And just try and earn their silver cards. Also, you can use some of the honor because if you do the honor quests, you can purchase 2 of these a week from each individual favor shop, honor shop. Which again is a huge XP boost. It's very useful. I believe you all saw me do it last week, where you could purchase 2. Each one costs 50 honor. So Sulan I've got 442. This one I've got 240. This one I've got 624. I've got 180 there. So you can see I can probably get a couple of XP bits, and it wouldn't be too bad. But yeah, as I said, that's pretty much it. I didn't explain everything. There is places you can go to catch certain things. I don't know all the places. Personally, for fishing, this is a nice little spot around this area. As you progress in different areas of the map, you'll learn. There is a few. What I will do is put a link with the map with where all the materials are. Not all of them are translated because no one's got around to getting to the high level crafting yet to translate the words. But again, I'll put the map up and it will explain to you the basic areas of where the materials are and where you can get them from. And I'll link it to the YouTube video that I'm going to upload of this. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I hope you've enjoyed and I hope this has been helpful.